Okay, is everyone here except for 3rd Platoon? I know your platoon sergeant is out with that patrol. The S1 should be assigning to people, but I promised him he could go out on a patrol and it just happened. You know, he's on this patrol right now. So I'm going to have to fill in as the personnel officer for this, the XO. He's currently getting some rack time because he's on duty tonight in the talk for taking over. So let's get this knocked out quick here. We got some replacements we're going to have to assign in a unit. We got some recruits that are ready from training. We got one smaller resistance cell we came across. They've asked to join us. They had some casualties. And we also got a couple defectors from a ambush that 2nd Platoon had this week, which, as you can see here, brought down their numbers pretty bad. They had some bad casualties on that one because they got caught by some gunships on the way out. Apache really chewed them up pretty bad. So, current manning. We got 1st Platoon, 2nd Platoon are both authorized 43. 3 personnel under headquarters section, platoon sergeant, platoon leader, and their medic, and squads of 10. 3rd Platoon the same, but they're only running 3 squads right now because we haven't had enough to activate that 4th squad. Heavy weapons, currently you guys are authorized 42. You got your platoon sergeant, platoon leader, your 6-man forward direction center for your mortars. You got your 2 50 cals, your 1 Mark 18. Each of those are authorized 7 personnel. You got 2 60mm mortars. We're authorizing them 4 personnel. And your 81mm, we're authorizing 5. Engineers, 1st squad leader is here. You're filling in as the acting leadership because you guys really don't have a platoon. We're just sending you out as squads. When you guys do get together as a platoon, the XO takes over, and then you take over as the platoon sergeant typically, which seems to be working out pretty good. But I'm still hoping someday to make you guys an actual official platoon. Headquarters, you know, we're basically just the catch-all. The only actual ones we're worrying about right now is we got the 3 scout teams, 4 personnel each, which we're currently using as LURPs. Okay, now on the recruits, we have 14 that are currently in training. They're not in our authorized number here for headquarters, but they're sticking with headquarters. 9 of them are not yet ready to go to the platoons. They'll be coming up in not too long. We got 5 that are ready. Of the 5, one of them worked construction, so he'll end up over in the engineers. So let's just give them that tick mark real quick. Can you guys fit them in there, Sergeant? Alright. And we got 1 who's coming through training who was indirect fire infantryman, an 11 Charlie in the Army, served in Iraq. So he's got some experience. He'll be coming over to you, heavy weapons. So you decide where to shove him on your mortar teams. Okay, or if need be, put them in your FTC and, you know, move someone out of the FTC and put him on a mortar team then. And that leaves 3 remainder. I got somewhat of an idea what I'm going to do with those. I'm going to put 2 of the recruits over here in 1st Platoon. 1 of them over here in 3rd. Now, I got that resistance cell that just came in. They had 8 personnel when we came across them. 6 of them are mission capable. 2 of them are wounded. 1 of them is expected to be returned to duty according to the head medic. And 1 of them, he can still operate, but he's not going to be able to operate in the field as a rifleman anymore. So we're going to put him over in headquarters. So we got 7 that we'll be able to assign. But I'm going to put 1 in here. We got 6 that are fully mission capable are going to get assigned to 2nd. the one who's going to be going into the aid station on your count over there, okay, Lieutenant? And then he'll get moved up. And then we got the other wounded, we'll put him over here in the medical for headquarters. Once he's out of the aid station, we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can use him as an RTO or put him in supply. He can help out with setting up and tracking caches or something. Okay, defectors. When 2nd Platoon got mauled bad this week after that ambush, they brought back 2 defectors with them. Both of them are 88 mites, they're truck drivers. Well, where should we put them at? Where can we build up our numbers the most? What will look the best? Where should we shove them? I do not want to keep them both together. I want to split them up because I don't want them, in case they are kind of here as spies and stuff, I don't want them coordinating. So let's split them up somehow. Let's see. A new count here is going to be 33. New count here, 34. New count here, 32. So let's put one of them here in 3rd Platoon. Bring you guys up to strength. Hey, not bad. And then let's put the other one with you into heavy weapons since you guys are still pretty low. Alright, how are we looking overall? So, headquarters here, we're going to be looking at 25 personnel. Looks like we have 32 is going to be in 1st. 7, we're going to have 34 in 2nd. 33 in 1st, 34 in 2nd. And we're going to have 33 full strength for 3rd Platoon. We're still working on trying to get you guys a new squad. But I think when the next round of trainees come through, we're going to be kicking a whole bunch of them over to heavy weapons because they're still pretty short. That's one of the reasons why that Mark 19's been sitting back here in the perimeter so much, not going out on missions. And the only mortars that have been going out have been the 60s lately. Alright. Heavy weapons, you're going to be up to 32. You're still going to be short 10. Engineers, you're going to be up to 19. Now, looking at the medical, from what I've been told so far, we got in medical 2, now 3 for the headquarters platoon. We also got 1 from headquarters. He's the one that was over in the engineers. Got messed up pretty bad. We just transferred him out of there, put him over in headquarters. Doc is saying they don't think he can do anything even in headquarters anymore, so he might be getting sent home. 1st Platoon, you got your 1 casualty. He should be coming back within a week is what the medic said. 2nd, the one that just came in with that new group, he's supposed to be out, they estimate, in 2 to 3 weeks. Your other 2, they're thinking should be back in around the same time frame. And then you got 2 guys that are non-mission capable. Once they heal up, they're going to have to go home. I'm sorry on that, but hey, the one of them lost a leg, the other one lost an arm. There's not much you can do. So, engineers, your 2 wounded that were with 2nd Platoon, they should be back in about a week is what the medic told me. According to the S1, he told me that the one that you got out on emergency leave should be back at the end of this week. If he is not back within 48 hours after his expected return time, well, we're going to consider him potentially AWOL, and if he's not back within 5 days after his expected return time, we're going to drop him from the roster. So, let's go through, let's get some numbers re-updated here. Alright, so 1st Platoon, you're going to be up here. Now we're going to be 32. You got 33 sign. 2nd, you got a big jump. It's got 31. You got 3 now inside the aid station that are capable, 5 total. So we got here 34. Okay, 3rd platoon, we got 2 replacements. Ramp 33. You are now at full strength. Heavy weapons getting 2. The short 10, we'll try kicking as many as we can on those next round of replacements. Engineers 16. 19 total signs, so you're just missing 1 personnel right now. You're doing pretty good. Headquarters. Three. 25. Okay, for certain, I want you to get the names and battle roster numbers for those replacements to those platoons, and then they can go pick up their people. Right now, trainees are over at the trainee tent. The new unit that came in, they're also over there. And the 2 defectors, well, last I heard, the scouts were watching over them. Charlie Scout is watching them. All right, so that's what we got. Get the names of your personnel. Make sure they integrate with your people. Keep a watch on those defectors, okay? Watch what they're doing at all times. Make sure to assign someone to them. Teach them the ropes and keep track on them. That new unit that came in, we need to keep watch on them also. So 2nd platoon, it's up to you. I'd like to keep them together, but if you want to pull just a few of them out to fill in for casualties in your squads, go ahead. So now we're looking pretty decent numbers wise. We should be getting in more. Training note just for you guys. It's going to be getting cold soon. I want you to start training with your people, working on the lessons learned from last winter for setting up those cold weather shelters. We do have some of the emergency blankets that came in, the ones that had the Mylar on one side, the tarp kind of on the other. Make sure that supply gets those issued out to each of the platoons. Put those up on the underside of your shelters to try to trap the heat inside the shelter, and it will cut down on thermal image from anyone that's scanning the area. And then watch your camouflage. Make sure, break up your regular outlines. You want it to blend into nature and that stuff as much as possible. Okay, that's all I got for you, and for all my engineer brothers and Patriot Militia movements, always remember, SA Arms.